Oh, well, there is that.
I'm 10 years old or so. And I do that. And then John goes,
Say what? Which country? Where is it? In the Ozarks? Oh, cool. I know a gal named Rhonda Kool-Aid who grew up in the Ozarks. And she was Miss Arkansas. And she blew off the title. She took her Mustang that she won and drove to the coast and joined the cast of Hair.
Hello, 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 hello. How y'all doing? Good. You, the bridal veil, and all the pretty girls, just come on right up front. And that's so cute. So young and foolish. I mean, I got to start this evening off on kind of a somber note. We lost a good friend a couple days ago. One of our family in Hazard County. Rick Hurst was a good friend of mine, and he played Cletus on the show. And he has, well, he decided to go on ahead and set up a speed trap up there in heaven with Roscoe. Just, that's wrong. Never mean no harm. It's all never sub and trouble with since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might give, but the law never will. Well, they're making their way, the only way they know how. It's just a little bit more than the law would allow. Especially Deputy Cletus. Play it for me, brother. Joanne, take it around one. Well, they're making their way, the only way they know how. And that's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Just a good old boy. We wouldn't change it, we could. Fight the system like two modern day Robin Hoods. Darn near air conditioning here. want you to know it's really close. I had a surprise this afternoon. I was doing a little meet and greet, and that's what they call it. There's a bunch of names for it. Most of them you can't repeat. But when I have a car, and Scott brings his car here, Scott Bookberger, he brings it down from Wausau. Yeah. But we have a lot of fun and taking pictures. And there was another General Lee that showed up today, and the two of them bred. So there might be a couple of small cars running around the county here. Kind of a pale orange looking bird. So while I'm doing this guy comes up to me, and he's like my age. He's a little been treated rougher a little maybe than I have, but I've been treated rough enough. And he says, it's Michael Mark. And I said, what? He says, yeah, from I Love My Wife. This is a show I did back in 1978. I did a show called I Love My Wife. The music is written by Cy Coleman. And Michael Mark was one of the musicians who were on stage. There were 4 musicians, and they were on stage, and they wore different costumes. Like we had a Christmas party in one scene, and they were all dressed up like Santa Claus. But anyway, I haven't seen this guy in 45 years. And he's here today, and by coincidence, I'm going to sing the theme song from I Love My Wife.
All right.
Now, there's also a really kind of a tawdry tale that goes along with it. Yeah, late in the second act, see, you know, don't you? Jo Marie's daughter knows it's a sad tale. So late in the second act, all 4 of them jump in the sack together. It's going to be wife swapping. That's the idea. And of course, they never get to it. I mean, it's a takeoff on the movie Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice. So anyway, where the girls are jumped in bed, the boys are getting ready, and the guy who's playing the comic lead, he does this stuff like unbuttons every button and takes his shirt and folds it over again and puts it, just stalling like a madman. Takes off his socks and folds his socks and puts them on top of the pile. Now, while he's doing this, what Daddy's doing is getting ready, because I do a reveal at the end of his thing. I just go whoosh, whoosh, boom into the bed. And so I'm undoing my snaps on my shirt. I'm undoing my belt buckle, getting my pants ready to get off. And this is in the summertime. And what I did was I used to wear boxer shorts for this character. And at one point they told me, the boxers are not really covering the business. And you're going to need to wear a dance belt along with it. And I said, sure, okay, great, I can do that. So I wear a dance belt, which is basically a jock strap. And being that it was in the middle of summer and so hot, I would wait and put on my boxers at intermission. So one night we're out there and he is folding his socks. And this is countdown to when I'm going to get revealed and hit the bed. There's like 10 seconds left, and I'm thinking, I do not have any boxer shorts. What do you do? Well, a lot of things ran through my mind. And one of them actually was, what the heck, this is New York City. Oh Calcutta is playing about 2 doors down, and everybody in that show is nude. And so I thought, we got the good stuff covered. I'm not going to fret too bad. So he gets done and jumps into bed, and I go whoosh, 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 into the bed. And all they can see from the audience is the covers just going like this. Well, we're laughing our eyes. Oh man, it was so funny. And the next night I come in and one of the girls wrote, "Remember your panties, Tom." So this is the song that Cy Coleman wrote for I Love My Wife. My thoughts may stray, my eyes may roam, the neighbor's grass might seem much greener than the grass right here at home. If pretty girls excite me, well, that's life. But just in case you didn't know, I love my wife. My mind at times might dwell on sex. If someone's rating dreams, I guess that most of mine are rated XX. If dimpled knees delight me, well, that's life. Just in case you hadn't heard, I love my wife. Like babe that wriggles, makes catfish bite. And my eyes got a light upon some sweet sight. So if I shake, break out in spots, don't fret, it's not swine fever, dear. Your swine has merely got the hots. Ruby lips invite me, well, that's life. Just in case you hadn't heard or couldn't tell or didn't know, I love my wife. I love my wife. I love my wife. Cy Coleman. It was jazz. It was jazz, yeah. This is Joanne. You can say hi to Joanne. This is the Mighty Quinn back here. Mighty brings all her family with her. And is surrounded by two beautiful women and Beasley. He's married, be careful. Well, I wish I could learn to take home my take-home pay. But I deserve a blue ribbon at the end of the long, hard day. I keep telling myself I just have fun and I'll be gone. But there's too many honky tonks on my way home. Down at Cheap Charlie's, there's a happy hour going on. And just around the corner, they're playing my favorite song. Gotta be a John Schneider. I wouldn't be in this condition, Lord, if I could control my Joan. But there's too many honky tonks on my way home. Yeah, there's too many honky tonks on my was out to dead and gone before my time. Mr. Beasley! And I quit smoking and drinking that juke joint wine. When St. Peter calls me home, I hope it's before they turn the neons on. 'Cause there's too many honky tonks on my way home. Come on, you know about that. There's too many honky tonks on my way home. I wish they'd let me just pass on by before they turn the neons on. 'Cause there ain't no way around it. I can leave well enough alone. There's too many honky tonks on my way home. Yeah. When St. Peter calls me home, I hope before they turn the neons on. 'Cause there's too many honky tonks on my way home. That's right! Yeah! Oh my God. That was my last radio record. That was back in 19 years or something. It was sometime in the last century. It was a decent record. I've been talking to my shrink. Enough said, I guess. It's okay. A lot of people talk to, counselor, and I got a guy who's trying to help me stray straight and sober. Sober? Where's my water anyway? Anyway, I've been working with this guy, I don't know, 25 years. And I swear he's getting better. He's doing good. He's having a hard time with the Yankees because they keep disappointing him, and they have two giants on their team that are 6'10" and 300 pounds playing baseball. Yeah, David Judge, he's immense. But anyway, like I say, he's been getting better. So this is for my shrink. My analyst told me that I was right out of my head, the way he described it. He said it'd be better dead than alive. I didn't listen to his jive. I knew all along that he was all wrong, and I knew that he thought I was crazy, but I'm not. My analyst told me that I was right out of my head. He said I'd need treatment. I'm not easily led. He said that I was tight, the most inclined, when out of his sight to be out of my mind, and he thought I was nuts. No more ifs or ands or buts. They say as a child I appeared a little bit wild with all my crazy ideas, but I knew what was happening. I knew I was a genius. But it's so strange when you know that you're a wizard at 3. I knew that this was meant to be. I heard little children were supposed to sleep tight. That's why I got into the vodka one night. My parents got frantic, didn't know what to do. But I saw some crazy before I came to know. You think I was crazy? I mean, the analyst told me that I was right out of my head. I said, hey doc, I think it's you instead. I got a thing he can do. To prove it, I'll have the last laugh on you. 'Cause instead of one head, I got two. And you know 2 heads are better than one. I haven't done Twisted in so long that I skipped about a half a verse in there, but you'd never know. So I'm not going to tell you anymore. Well, my friends feel it's their appointed duty. They keep trying to tell me all you want to do is use me. My answer to all that use me stuff, I said, I want to spread the news. If it feels as good getting used, you better keep on using me, girl, till you use me up. So, okay. Well, my brother, well, he sat me right down and he talked to me. But you know what he told me? I'll have to let you just walk on me. It's just too good for it, isn't it? He meant well. When the real talk was through, I said, brother, if you only knew, you wished you was in my shoes. You better keep on using me, girl, till you use me up. She's not your average white girl. Sometimes do you really do abuse me? You get in a crowd of high-class people just like this one, and they act real rude to me. But oh baby, when I love me, I can't get enough. I said I want to spread the news that if I feel it's good getting used, better keep on using me, girl, till you use me up. Wait immediately, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's talking about you using me. Well, it all depends on what you do. It ain't so bad using me, baby, because I sure am using you. do the things you do, to do the things you do. I love the things you do. Just gotta let you freak out. I mean, that's all. So I was doing these movies for INSP Network, and in the script for the last movie I was going to do for him, I did 3. And it has a montage, and there's guitar playing over it, and you find out that it's me playing acoustic guitar on the porch for my friends. And I said, well, you know, actually, I should probably write a song for that, because I do write songs. And they, of course, they looked at me with a lot of sympathy in their eyes. Yeah, I'm sure you do. That's a good guy. I said, no, actually, I've done it before for different movies. And I said, what do you think I should write? What kind of tune? He said, look at the last episode of Justified, the Timothy Oliphant thing. And in that last episode, he has closed in on this moonshining ring that is based around this older woman, and she's in her 60s. And it's, well, shut up. It was older than me when I looked at it. Anyway, he's killed one of her sons, and he's closing in on her, and he's going to shut her down. So she says, you know what? Let's call a truce. I'll quit making booze anymore, and you can, you know, lock me up if you need to. She says, let's have a drink, sealed deal. And he sits down with her, and as he's sitting down, he's thinking, you know, the last time she sat down with somebody, she poisoned him. And so he's Timothy Oliphant. He's the lead in the series. He ain't going anywhere. So anyway, he tosses his back, she tosses hers back, and then after about 5 seconds, she starts to choke because she's committed suicide. This is a twist. This is what's known in the business as a twist. And then the music starts. I said, I can write that. Way out here in the hills of North Georgia, the hometown folk gonna treat you fine. You do them right, they got no ill will towards you. But stay away from the county line. 17, I ran away from my mama. That country girl could drive me out of my mind. And out in the hills, every evening that summer, lost my heart on the county line. Daddy was just a poor dirt farmer. Fed his family cooking up shine. Look along, one night they had him cornered. He lost his life on the county line. things you hadn't thought of. Use your spells on the county line. You find me there on the county line. You see my stone on the county line. On the county line. Ladies and gentlemen, the Midwestern All-Stars. I get to include myself because I pay the bills. Oh, good gosh. This is a song I wrote years and years ago. I was in Thailand. I was doing a movie, and they decided that I was the only appropriate American actor to play the lead in the film about the radioactive ants. So, while I was there, and it is just beautiful hotel I was in. I was on the 12th floor of the suite, and blah, blah, blah. A couple of mountains outside and overlooking the Thailand Sea. It's just beautiful. Hotter than heck, but beautiful. The people were beautiful. There's a lot of interracial gene mingling between the GIs and the local girls. And I mean, people were beautiful. Anyway, I got on this boat and I went for a trip. And they have these boats, they call them long boats. And they're about 40 feet long, and it's got a motor on the back. You'd think they'd have like a little Evinrude or something. They got a 400 horse Chrysler back there. And it's on a hinge so that he drops the prop in the water. The prop sticks out about 20 feet out of the back of the engine. And boom, that thing takes off across the water. It's really quite something to see. This song isn't about any of that, but it's my song. See if I remember. I will split the morning sun. She was running to or away from someone. Not a tear in her eye or a cloud in the sky. The deed was done. There on the shore of the Thailand Sea. The gale from the bay rendered him blind. So try as he may, no boat could he find. She had stolen his heart, now they were far apart. Love is unkind. He stands alone on the shores of the Thailand Sea. Thank you very much. I played that or practiced that in the last 5 years, so pretty amazing. What? You want to do that instead? Listen to her. Okay, we're gonna do another song that I wrote. I just got the word from Quinn. She's like, you know, she pulled the halter and was like, oh, yeah,
No, I didn't pull the halter. This is pulling the halter.
okay. This is about a kid in my hometown. My hometown, this kid was known as deficient in some way, you know? He was behind. He played on the Little League team for 15 years. He was in the 3rd grade for 3 or 4 years, and his name was Jimmy. And, well, that wasn't his real name, but he rode around town on a bicycle. And people always, you know, they cut him a lot of slack, and they looked out for him, and they made sure that nobody did him any harm. So this is my read about someone of that type. I'm inspired that I feel. Jimmy's got a girl. She's the sweetest thing in the whole wide world, but Jimmy don't hold her hand. She don't know he's decided he's her man. Luann hates her job. She works the morning shift at the local IHOP. Jimmy likes watching her legs. She serves a smile right up with his bacon and eggs. Folks around here say Jim's about a brick shy. Never been to 3rd grade, but he gave it a hell of a try. Now he's 3 years old and he's still cruising around on that big old Schwinn. He's halfway broken down. He's king of this town. King of this town. He wipes his nose on his sleeve. She don't notice, but he's watching her when she leaves. Meet the man in the parking lot. Jimmy can't quite hear him, but the conversation sure looks hot. Angry with Luann. I can't recall, but I guess I must have raised my hand. See the shock on her face. She's looking right by me, and the moment is frozen in place. I never see Jimmy grab that piece of wood, swing it at my head just as hard as he could. It might as well have been a length of pipe. The things we do for love. That was years ago. Could be 10 or 12. How the hell would I know? I still can't think straight. And I don't talk so good no more, but all in all, I feel great. Because I got a buddy and his name is Jim. Never let nothing ever happen to him. Don't care for girls, we like cruising around on our big old bikes. They're halfway broken down. He's king of this town. He's king of this town. Don't feel bad for me. Sometimes it takes a whack just to make you see how life can be odd. Have you ever thought there but for the grace of God? Praise God. Let's go ahead and do Joni. The Joni Mitchell tune. Have you seen her on TV lately?
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's just, it's kind of heartbreaking, but it's also like transcendent. There's a video of her at the Monterey Folk Festival where she's playing an electric, a big ass electric guitar, and playing a solo to one of her songs. She plays the snot out of it, and the people are all standing up and cheering, and she's like this little, I don't know, she's 80 years old, must be. Yeah, and she's got braids down to here, and about once every 4 bars or so, she'll look up and go, ha ha, see, I can still do it. And then she also does a version, if you get a chance, look at when she sings Both Sides Now, because it's wonderful. I would do it myself, but I couldn't do it justice like she does. She's lived that song. Anyway, this is a song she wrote years and years ago. This is on Night Ride Home, that record. And it's about someone who is searching out an old flame. And actually, unbeknownst to the old flame, takes up a room where they can watch the old flame walk by every day. It's a little bit of a stalker song. But there is, I think, a romantic aspect to it. It's all you, Joni. Tomorrow is Sunday. Now there's only one day left to go till you walk by below my window. The weekends drive me mad. Holidays are far too sad. You don't go below my window. And no one knows I'm here. One day I just disappeared, and I took these 2 gray rooms up here with a view. When you walk by below my window, you look so youthful. Time has been untruthful. Heaven knows I loved you 30 years ago. Hot days, your hair's undone. Rainy days, you run. Then you're gone too fast. Below my window, no one knows I'm here. One day I just disappeared, and I took these 2 gray rooms up here. with a view only when you walk by. Below my window, when you walk by. Below my window, the All-Stars. Here's one that'll get your attention. How many of you seen Hamilton? Not too many? Oh, it's great. If you've not seen it, you oughta. It's probably the best musical of the 21st century, hands down. And I mean, I did musicals for 40 years, and I was in the theater for about 15 minutes. I turned to my wife, I said, this is the best frickin' thing I've ever seen or heard in my life. And it's true, it's really good. There's a song that the protagonist sings early in the show. Who was the guy who shot him? Aaron Burr. Aaron Burr's got a girlfriend she's actually married to a British officer. But Aaron Burr is making time while the officer's working down in Georgia. Theodosia writes me a letter every day, deep in her bed warm while her husband is away. It's on the British side of Georgia, trying to keep the colonies in line. He can keep all of Georgia, Theodosia, she's mine. Love doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. We keep loving anyway. We laugh and we cry and we break and we make our mistakes. If there's a reason I'm by her side, and so maybe I try. I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. Grandfather was a fire and a brimstone preacher. There are things that the homilies and hymns can't teach you. My mother was a genius. My father commanded respect. When they died, they left no instruction, just a legacy to protect. There was to discriminate between the sinners and the saints. We keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we break. We make our mistakes. If there's a reason I'm still alive, everyone who wants me is died. I'm willing to wait for it. Song is interrupted. Hamilton doesn't hesitate. He exhibits no restraint. He takes and he takes and he takes. He keeps winning anyway. Changes the game and he plays and he raises the stakes. And if there's a reason he seems to drive when so few survive, God damn it, I'm willing to wait for it. Willing to wait for it. Life doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. We do it anyway. We laugh and we cry and we raise and we make our mistakes. And we understand what we do and I'm on the side of those people trying. I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. She's pretty good. Thank you.
Someday, baby.
I'm thinking that.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. It's about that time.
Yeah, okay. We're going to do a Delbert McClinton song. I don't know how many of you know who Delbert is. He's master. He's the Texas blues country singer of all time. And he's written some great songs, and this is one of them. I don't know what that means. Well, my baby told me a long time ago, she said, you're gonna miss me someday. My baby told me once I was gone, she said, you're gonna wish you had stayed. Been a long time, honey, I'm gone still. I think about you some, I guess I always will. But if I'm losing, at least I'm moving. It's easier to live with than a standing still. She called me collect from a paid telephone. She said, who's gonna love you when you're old? My baby told me once I was gone. She said, I've never known a man so cold. Now women say funny things sometimes, don't they? Especially when they just about to lose their mind. If I could change it, be knocking on wood. Or doors I'd box the forest full of trees down if I could someday, baby. Someday, maybe. Maybe someday, baby. I don't know. I don't know why babies cry when the wind blows. I don't know. But tonight I just might lose my mind. You're gonna miss me someday, brother. My baby told me once I was gone. She said, you're gonna wish you had stayed. It's been a long time, honey, I'm gone still. I think about you some, I guess I always will. Someday, baby, someday, baby, maybe someday, baby. Yeah, someday, baby, someday, baby. Someday, baby. We'll see you back here here, same back station in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If you like the show, I'm Tom Wopat. If you don't, I'm John Schneider. Every time they hear it. Hey, good job, guys. I don't know how to jump around to the sides.